Hey, what's up? My name is Jason, and I want to give you more story about me. I was born in 1984 in Miami, Florida. I was born basically with medical problems. When I was born, my two chambers in my heart were closed. The chambers going out, and the chambers going in were open. Well, I was in incubator for about 3 weeks. Doctors kept telling my parents that I might not breathe, I might not make it, but I'm a fighter. Um, Story about it is that when I was about 1 years old, they ended up doing open heart surgery. I died during surgery. I came back. When I was about 5 years old, I had to go back because I wasn't getting enough blood because my heart was basically enlarged. And some babies, when you're born, you have a heart murmur. Some of your heart murmurs close, and some don't close, and they end up having general heart disease like I do. And when I was 5 years old, after surgery, I ended up getting into a coma. I was in a coma for a year. They told my parents they're gonna pull the plug. Here I go again, fighting, didn't give up. Um, Lost a lot of memory. Strength was weak. After that, years go by. I'm living my life, but it wasn't easy. At the age of 12, I started having blackouts, sleeping in cars. Um, Doctors really didn't know what was going on. Finding out both sides of my heart was leaking, and for the cause of that, at the age of 13, I had open heart surgery again. Um, but before the surgery at 13, when I was about 5, after the surgery, I ended up pulling my catheter out. I ended up getting blood infusion, meaning that I lost a lot of blood. I had about 0.3 inches of blood in my system. They had to pump fluid in me again. Um, I lost a year of school. I was held behind. They told my parents that I might not walk, talk, a lot of the stuff. At 13 years old, I ended up getting a mechanical valve, and they ended up putting me on a medication called Coumadin, generic for warfarin. Warfarin, if you don't know what it means, is basically a blood thinner that makes your blood go thin so it can go into your mechanical valve. Well, I was in the hospital for a year. I came out of the hospital. Week after, I'm at Sawgrass Mall in Miami, Florida, where I was born. And I go home, I find a pimple on my chest. I go back to the hospital, find out my whole insides were infected. Okay, basically I've had 5 open heart surgeries. I've basically died about 3 times. Um, I'm taking Coumadin still today. I'm 30 years old. But what's happening with me now is I'm having scar tissues because the last time I had surgery was when I was 14 years old. What's happening is when you have scar tissue, you're basically, your heart ends up shaking, mechanical valve shakes, and you end up having arrhythmias. Now, what can cause arrhythmias to stop? They end up putting you on a medication called Multec. Multec is to stop seizures. And I'm taking that with Coumadin to this day. Right now, I am the only person in the United States to last after the age of 21 without passing away with a mechanical valve. So technically I'm like a freaking guinea pig, but my life story, I've been through ESE. If people don't know what ESE means, it's learning disability. It's for people who's been held back, who can't basically learn the way others do. So it takes me time. I'm very smart, but when it came to education wise, I had a struggle. So we put it like this to you people. Don't think in your life that you have a bad life or you're going through fucked up shit. Because believe it or not, there's people who has worse life than you. There's people who has no homes. There's people who can have a disease just like you, but don't have the strength because they don't have somebody to back them up or to give them an advice or, to support them. Or, doctors don't even know how the hell I do half of the crap I do. I go to the gym. I talk like a normal human being. I could do a lot of stuff that a normal heart patient can't. I deal with obesity. I'm trying to deal with that. And it's not good having a heart problem. More about me. I was born in Miami, Florida. My mom's Puerto Rican. My real father is Cuban. My dad who raised me is from Honduras. I had a brother who passed away. I have a family that loves me. Look, I'm not telling you life is going to be easy, even if I make this video. But I'm just giving you a support because people don't get that. We have Vietnam vets who don't get recognition, who gets treated like shit, who's sitting in a hospital bed right now, has no family members, and don't know what to do. You have heart patients who deal with heart problems, don't have support. You have people dealing with cancer. It's big in my family who passes away. But just trying to tell you this, that I want to give you a little bit of my life story and tell you that if you ever need any help, call me 561-374-0546. Find me on Facebook, Jason Jr. Jono. I'm just a normal person just like you, and I might have medical problems, but I support you. I go to church, I pray to God, wish my life was in the way it is, but guess what? You can't change what your life was, you can change what your life needs to be in the future. Remember that. Never give up. I never gave up. Even when freaking doctors kept telling my parents that I'm gonna die. Hell, they told my parents 5 times to go get the funeral ready. Well, guess what? I didn't give up. I ain't giving up now. So, I'm telling you, you need support, you need somebody to talk to, come to me. I'll give you all the support you need. Because life is a gift. Just remember that. You might think your life's bad, somebody has it worse. So, want to say God bless. If I don't hear from you, happy holidays. I'm Jason. You can call me Jay. Want to tell you I love you. I'm your brother. And let's talk, let's communicate, let's network. 2015 is in a couple of days, and just to let you know, if I can live life the way I'm living, even with a heart problem, hell, you can too. I mean, other than heart problems, I've had a stroke before. It's not fun. Um, but guess what? That's life. Can't change your past. You can change your future. So remember this. Death before dishonor. What does that mean? Your honor is more than dishonor. Another thing. How bad do you want to succeed in life? I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about you. How bad do you want to change as a person? How bad do you want the next day to be? Pray to God. Do you wake up in the morning? Tell yourself in the mirror every damn day, guess what? I'm determined to make somebody's life better. Even if you're not in network marketing and you're somebody and you're working in a job, encourage them. Because guess what? At the end of the day, when you encourage somebody and they feel good about yourself, you win. They win. Just remember that. True life.